Sudan People's Liberation Movement, the SPLM. This is my party. Yeah. No, I stayed with them. Yeah. This is my party. We're in the front line together.
Comrade Program Director, the General Secretary of the South African Communist Party, all the delegates representing various revolutionary political parties in the continent and across the world, dignitaries, invited guests, comrades and friends, allow me to extend warm greetings to the leaders of the liberation movements gathered here today, from His Excellency General Salva Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan and the Chairman of the SPLM. President Salva appreciates the ANC under the able leadership of Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, President of the Republic of South Africa and President of the ANC, for organizing this such important solidarity conference between Africa and Cuba. I also want you to indulge me, comrades, to thank Comrade Fikile Mbalula, the ANC Secretary General, for his kind invitation extended to SPLM to attend this historic 7th Cuba-Africa International Solidarity Conference. My colleagues and I from SPLM are very lucky to meet these Pan-African revolutionaries and all the revolutionaries coming from across the world. The revolutionary comrades from Cuba, led by the late great revolutionary leader, Comrade Fidel Castro, supported the African liberation movements and transformation to the hilt, and I think the presentation from the Minister for International Relations has really represented all the feelings of the African people. And for this reason, I will be remiss if I cannot mention to you what the Cuban revolutionaries under Fidel Castro did for our people during the national liberation struggle. From the 1980s to the 1990s, the Cuban revolutionary leadership, when we were very small kids, about 12 years old, they came and took 600 members of our Red Army, most of whom were very young boys and girls, for schooling from elementary school up to the university level. Some of these comrades are now helping in running the institutions of our young government in South Sudan. So thank you very much, Cuba. The leadership of Cuba also trained our military commanders and our political commissars in various technical and military fields. Cuba provided not only ideological but practical military facilities as well as medical during the national liberation movements. Their doctors, as you have heard, played key role in providing medical treatment to our wounded comrades in the battlefields. Cuban revolutionary leaders were among the top comrades who introduced the objectives, the vision, and significance of the SPLM to the Eastern Bloc in the second half of the 1980s in order to acquire international support. Such friendship in time of utmost difficulty is a rare opportunity, and we want to say thank you to the people of Cuba. Cuba, as we all know, provided similar support to all of us in the continent, and for this reason, we always pay tribute and salute to our comrades in Cuba. Our struggle, as you know, was against the imperialist hegemony and the exploitation by those who inherited from the colonial powers. The same policies pursued by imperialist powers during the liberation struggle, such as colonialism, slavery, and now the neo-colonialism are still rearing their heads in the 21st century in many forms, such as economic sanctions, provision of bad loans and arms embargoes, and deprivation from technological transfer. My country, South Sudan, finds itself in similar quagmire situation. We are now under sanctions and arms embargo to undermine our sovereignty and to give upper hand to Western-backed armed opposition to destroy our revolutionary gains. However, I can assure you that the SPLM will never allow that to happen. As we all know, for more than 60 years, Cuba has been under dire circumstances, economic blockades, sanctions, and international bullying. Given this hostile international environment, it is time for us as revolutionary movements, not only in Africa but across the world, to clearly speak with one voice against such policy against Cuba, and for us to show our solidarity in action rather than words. Our position as Pan-Africanist movements against such interferences must be clearly stated. And BRICS Plus, through its development bank, must be consolidated and made inclusive so that it becomes a true alternative to the current international economic and military hegemony. This will be the only hope for the world to breathe and to give this archaic international order a human face. Dear comrades and friends, we stand in support of those who yearn for their freedom, and we reject attempts to undermine national sovereignty in the form of sanctions, arms embargoes, or support for change of governments through unconstitutional means. For that reason, we reject the isolation and interference into the internal affairs of other nations. Therefore, I call upon all of us to stand in support and in solidarity with the revolutionary people of Cuba to protect their freedom and sovereignty. Thank you very much. Amandla. Amandla. Aluta continua. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you very much, Comrade Peter.